Hello everyone and welcome back. I am Duke Silver. Today we are going to be playing a Peter Pan's game. And yeah, not an exceptional opening shop here, just a few twos here. We're just going to take the Minotaur, as I think it has the most play over most things. It allows us to take like a higher potency like Shadow Assassins and Vampire, speaking of. And like Spellweaver on turn 2 here. So we pick up a Vampire. And we get the win with a Slay there, so a little bit of scaling to start. Plus we get to lock this this Wicked Witch, plus the Earthquake. Earthquake's going to be phenomenal here. I mean, on 2.2, Earthquake is pretty devastating, and with that support stats, plus our scaling, we're able to dominate that fight and crack the egg even. So yeah, now we've got a Princess Peepin' shop with a Shard. We're just going to go ahead and fire off the Shard. We're already kind of an Evils theme here, so that kind of works out perfectly. Turns into a Mummy, which is phenomenal here. We're going to take a Billy Gruff just to round out the turn with our 2 gold there. And yeah, another combat that we make pretty short work of here. So off to a great start. There's a Shadow Assassin to go with our Vampire with a little bit of scaling. Plus there's a Jekyll's Concoction in the shop. The other 3 characters don't really do much for me, so we're just going to buy the Shadow Assassin, cast the spell on it, and feel pretty good about having a very large ranged character here on 3.1. Yeah, I considered buying, like, cycling something out and maybe locking the Black Cat, but yeah, I didn't think it was worth it. We just take a roll, and we did end up locking that shop at the last second. Not because there was a TLK there, but because there was a Lucky, and we just need to get some kind of econ going. Generally with Pants, you want to get some kind of econ established, otherwise you're going to have a hard time basically like fishing through treasures to find your hat ball. So yeah, we take the Lucky. We're going to ignore the TLK here. We're just going to take our 1 free roll, and yeah, we get paid off with a nice pair of Vampires to finish our triple. And also we're going to get a little bit of scaling. Oh, maybe not. Maybe no scaling. Okay, we get 1 Slay. Looked like we might not get any scaling out of that, but again, we win this fight pretty handily here. We get to take our first treasure. Of course, hoping for hat or ball. Also, a golden Vampire is so much better than regular Vampires. Just like the scaling's better, and like the amount of stats combined with those slays that we got make it quite large already. You can see it's a 2018. I consider buying a Crafty or a Familiar here, but I think it's a little bit early for that. We roll and we find another TLK, so we're just going to immediately TLK that Vampire we tripled. With those extra stats, we get a very large Puff here. We got a 22 golden Puff, and there's another TLK, so yeah, we're off to a pretty good start here. Again, making very short work of these combats, and we're going to fire off this TLK, get a golden 5 here on 4.1. Golden Wombats with those extra stats is phenomenal. We need to start taking other 3s now, though. Like, we don't have much. We've got a few 2s on board, and like in our hand that we need to sort of start converting into 3 pairs to try and find our crystal ball. So we're gonna sell, or we're gonna take the Stag anyways, and then we're gonna put it in position 1 to try and get some extra stats on our range. But then we get a shop with 2 Polywoggles, and I mean, we might as well just triple it up. There's also a pair of the Mummy pair in this shop, which we are gonna take this turn. None of these treasures are like that exceptional, so we just go for the skip there. And we just decide to reposition here and play the Poly in 5. Hopefully we get Stag stats on there, and we do. Now hopefully the Wombats isn't too powerful for this board, and we actually get to attack with our Poly. And yeah, just enough toughness on their last character there for us to get our Poly Slay. And it turns into a Golden Friendly Spirit, so tons and tons of stats on this board now. Really, really good transforms here so far. Consider just firing off the spell onto the Friendly Spirit, just because, I mean, obviously we want to put as many stats on there as we can. We're gonna take an Ogre Princess again. We still need to get some kind of econ going probably, and we just need more 3s. So we're just gonna take that and hope the Friendly Spirit stats go onto it. We finish our Cindy quest here, and we take a lock chest. So in 3 turns, there's a potential for crystal ball or something. Just do a quick reposition there. We put the friendly spirit first, just because I mean, there's several things that it's very good to go on here, but I mean, we mostly want it on the wombats, but wombats needs to be up high in the order because of its attack power. But yeah, end up with the win there, of course. Still at 41 here. Now we're on 5.0, and there's another TLK, which I mean, we just gotta fire it off on the wombats. Even the wombats is really good. I mean, a golden good boy at this stage is also quite good on 5.0 with our golden friendly spirit. So now we just want to pick up good characters, really. Yeah, we just passed that Spellweaver because we're still like, I mean, we need to find Brawl for it to become really effective, and yeah, we kind of just want to find some ogre princesses, maybe some Sherwood Sure Shots, just to fill out our board with evil characters, or with good characters. Sorry. There's also a Beauty's Influence, but we have too much gold to lock it there. We get a treasure, or we get our Wicked Witch triple, and there's our Crystal Ball, so that's phenomenal. Okay, and also we're gonna lock this this mummy triple just because we want golden units now. Like we might take a treasure map if it gets offered to us, just like for a shot at a level 6 treasure out of a mouse triple if we go that direction. And also just making it golden means that it's a better target for TLK. Only one tick left on this locked chest, but yeah, there's that treasure map. So we're gonna take the treasure map over the locked chest. That's what we would want out of the chest anyways. So definitely don't feel too bad about that. And we get another TLK. So let's hope for good characters. I'm gonna hit one of these goldens, of course, and we hit the mummy, and yeah, it turns into a fairy godmother. We went with the mummy because the mummy had a couple extra stats, I think. Actually, I'm not entirely sure if it had more extra stats there. We're gonna avoid level 3 triples though. Level 5 treasures aren't really what we want. We want level 6, or we want a level 4. So we're gonna buy up level 2 characters as well, because if we triple a level 2 and get a shot at a level 4 for like Forking Rod, then we're fine with that. And actually, in this spot, like Charon's coin is actually not too bad with the golden good boy here in 1. Let me just sell down real quick for another good character, just to add some more stats to our board. Get those stats, good boy stats, onto our board, and yeah, you can see we're just dwarfing everything these opponents are doing right now. We get to put a bunch of stats into our friendly spirit. There's a Spellweaver, which we are going to take, just, I mean, in case we get the fork here, or like a Wand of Weirding out of our mouse triple if we manage to pick up some mice. We would like to find some more TLKs though to get these golden character, I guess that's just this Wicked Witch now. Hopefully turn it into a good character, and there's a TLK into a good character. Not exactly the greatest, but I mean, it's still a decently sized good character, and it fits on the board. So we've just got a classic good boy comp with potential of turning into a mage comp. But yeah, these Spellweavers and this familiar, like with only just Hat Ball, like the scaling just isn't enough to even bother playing it. Like, I mean, the good boy's just doing everything right now. We would need to find some Beauty's Influences before we decide to play the Spellweavers. And we locked that shop just because the chicken, if you shrink it, you can buy it for 1 gold and sell it for 2. So we got to see a free character, and also that paid for our roll out of the shop. Again, we don't want a 5 treasure, so we're not going to triple the Spellweaver. We have picked up a couple mice now, and there's a third one. We get a level 6 treasure, and unfortunately, no Wand of Weirding. So we're just going to take Ivory Owl, and I mean, Singing Sword is also a consideration here. Singing Sword also quite good, because, I mean, it's just a ton of stats on our front line. And the fact that we only have a few fights left, like, maybe makes Singing Sword better, but if we get 3 combats with this Ivory Owl, I think that's still, that's pretty comparable. Just because, I mean, I just value the toughness from the, toughness scaling from the Ivory Owl as well. Like, we do have a mostly ranged backline, so we can use the attack very, very well. But also, like, I think, yeah, value trading is very good. And we would have taken Beaker or Big Book of Spells out of this level 2 treasure as well. Unfortunately, that didn't show up. I'm just gonna TLK this golden mouse. Just because, like, again, there's only a couple fights left, so I think getting like the scaling from those spell treasures would have outweighed the +2/+2 from the Ivory Owl, anyways. Just because I mean, with like Big Book of Spells, you get to see more spells, and you just get to basically like you get to keep your chains going longer. Well, we find another mouse at the last moment here. We're running out of time. We TLK our lightning dragon that we TLK'd into at the last second there, and get our golden robin with a ton of stats on it. And yeah, opponent not doing anything supremely powerful here. I think we might have just bullied the lobby so hard that the like we're pretty early on in the end game. Like I think we're just over 6.0 by now. And yeah, I think we just knocked people out a little bit too fast. So the opponent's endgame comp has not come together at all yet, and yeah, we seem to be dominating them. I was debating about these mice, but like it's the last turn. Like there's no possible way it's worth getting this final pair. There was kind of a debate in chat about whether picking up the mice I did earlier was even right, whether I should just keep rolling for spells, which, like, I mean, that might be correct, but I mean, I figured I would still have taken a forking rod at that point, so I thought it was worth it. Just gonna cast his flurry of spells here before time runs out. And I mean, we got this position for Spellweaver, which, I mean, should be a little bit higher in the order, but I don't think it matters too much here. Again, opponent just added a Burnbeard to their board. They don't even have an Ashwood yet, and yeah, we make extremely short work of them. And yeah, we just absolutely crushed this lobby with just classic good boy comp on Peter Pants. You don't often see Peter Pants winning games without the focal point being Spellweaver. We did manage to slip a Spellweaver there in at the end, but yeah, it definitely was not the focal point of our comp, which I thought this game was very novel and kind of interesting. Definitely let me know what you think. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment, do all that stuff that helps the algorithm. I would be very, very appreciative of that. Yeah, I think that's it for today. So I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow.